Asymmetrical affair, if we're looking into the country in the Middle East, is no longer a surprising event. For this case, we're looking into the Syrian war with the PKK and Turkey's involvement in it. The involvement is not only by the two parties, but by the several non-state actors and state actors as well. In this case, we're looking into the causes and the impact brought by this asymmetrical affair. It not only goes to the two involved party, but to the neighboring country as well. If we divide into three levels, which is the regional levels and national levels, for national levels, the devastated of the Syrian citizens have fled from their own country to another country. For their own sake of safety, they become the refugees in the neighboring country. According to UNHCR, there is approximately 600,000 of people registered under the refugees programs, and this is not included to the people that still doesn't have a chance and opportunity to register to these programs. And for regional levels, if you're looking into this case, is actually how the Syrians have fled to another country and become the monetary burdens to neighboring country because of how the huge number of arrival from the Syrian citizens to their country. For this war, if it remains unsolved, it will bring the world into the dangerous situations because of how the increased rate of the ISIS, the existence of the ISIS, how they gain the new member, how they gain the new power by using the advantage of the instability that happened in Syrian war.
Approaches are attempts to circumvent and undermine the military strength and exploiting their weakness using methods that differ significantly from methods that expected from operation. The next term that I will explain is about counterinsurgency. But before I explain about the definition of counterinsurgency, we must know about the meaning of insurgency. Insurgency is the blend of comprehensive civilian and military effort designed to contain insurgency and address its root causes. Basically, we can see insurgency as a political struggle, which means both sides are using armed forces to create distance between them to achieve their goal. Asymmetric approaches are attempts to circumvent and undermine the military strength and exploiting their weaknesses using methods that differ significantly from methods that expected from operation. The next term that I will explain is about counterinsurgency. But before I explain about the definition of counterinsurgency, we must know about the meaning of insurgency first. Insurgency is the organized of violence and subversion, nullify or taking over political control of a region. Strategy usually will be focused on the population rather than the enemy, and this will make them to legitimate the affected government and reduce the influence of insurgency.
Offensive strategy that Turkey implement on Syrian war is try to attack the Kurdistan in Syria and the PKK itself. However, the deterrent strategy that used by the PKK and also the Syrian Kurds in Syria is because of they want to prevent the action that taken by the Turkeys, and also they have a backing like weapons and other strategy and training by the US.
Now the PKK is also fighting against the Islamic States, not only the Turkey government, through YPG, but their intentions is not only to against the Islamic State. They have another intentions, which is they want to have a dominance in PKK political autonomies in Syria, especially in the northern Syria.
As said before, there are two levels of influence from the Syrian war. First, from the regional, and second, from the national. In this case, I will divide it into three levels from the Middle East, from Turkey, and also from Syria itself. From the Middle East, the impact of the Syrian war, it causes for the neighboring countries such as for the Iraq and Lebanon and other countries that neighboring to the Turkey and Syria. They are kind of relying in Syria and Turkey political and economical. And for the Turkey, it also have a real big impact towards the Turkish sovereignty and political, whereby Turkey is one of the allies from NATO. But however, the involvement of US in Syrian war giving a spark of dispute between the Turkey and the US is also being a threat to the Turkey political system and also economic, which is they keep doing the offensive strategy to attack the Kurdish, whether in Turkey itself and also in Syrian war. Syria is the most impacted country in this war. besides they want to demolish the ISIS influence in Syria, they need to deal with the Turkey and PKK involvement in Syria. And also, Syria is the most impacted country and most damaged country because of this war. There are massive killing, damaged buildings and cities, which also can affect it to their political and economical center.
For the conclusion, the clash between the PKK and Turkish government will continue if both sides did not have any resolution to end the war. Even though Turkish have more power such as large army and advanced technology, they're still far from defeating PKK, which is only consists of small group. This show asymmetrical warfare between the group are special because the PKK have been backup from Syria and US in supplying weapons and giving a military training to fight IS in Syria, but PKK using the opportunity to defend themselves from Turkish attack.